Watch out, it's the warning track.
Welcome back to another episode of The Warning Track. Look who we have. It's Ethan Dolan, which means I'm going to be giving out nothing but false info the entire show so Ethan doesn't snipe players off the waiver wire while I'm trying to do my job.
I'll be picking up someone by the end of the show.
He will.
My commitment to you, the goal is to be on the show every Tuesday. My commitment to you is that I'm going to make one roster move every time I'm on the show.
It's diabolical.
Every time.
For reference, it's been a couple weeks since Ethan was last on, but we were talking about
Soto.
Well, yeah, I was trying to remember how far into the regular season it was, but yeah,
I'm
talking about Gregory Soto.
I don't think the regular season had started.
It had to have because I think Soto got a save opportunity.
I don't know if it had started, boss.
Well, I can look right now and see when you picked him up, but I'll never forget it for as long as I live. But yeah, basically, I was talking about Gregory Soto. If it was before the season, it was the report Don Kelly said where he'd mix in, or it was like right when he got his first save. And
listen,
who scoops him up? I'm trying to edit.
I had read a little something on Closer Monkey about it, and I was already on the fence. And then you said it, I'm like, dude, I was already thinking about it. How funny would this be?
March 24th. Okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because it was the draft recap.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was right before the
season.
Yeah,
you watch yourself. Yeah, a Closer Monkey had a little something about it.
But Don Kelly had said, this is the March 23 note indicating that Soto would be in the mix.
Listen.
If it weren't for me, he wouldn't even know who Gregory Soto was.
Closer Monkey put me on before you. You just sealed the deal. You know? It was kind of like I was at Chipotle, and I already had the burrito made, and then you were just the guy at checkout.
Oh,
you know,
wow!
You made the transaction official. I was thinking about it. I'd put the burrito together. I'd been salivating over it. You just sealed the deal.
Yeah.
Salivating over Soto.
For reference as well, I think we mentioned on the last show, I invited Ethan graciously, humbly into this league, and it's just been nothing but just.
I won it the first year. Never played fantasy baseball at all before last year, and I took it home. I got lucky. There was a lot of weeks where I was at the playoffs where I got lucky.
If I'm going to quote Steve Dolan, sometimes better to be lucky than good.
Better be lucky than good.
So, well, anyway, we do have anytime Ethan's on will most likely be an hour, which is good because especially yesterday there was so much content. I was basically speed running through it. We have a ton to talk about. Closing carousel as always. Now I have somebody else who can pull his hair out alongside me pulling my hair out with closing situations.
I just came in to talk about Ryan Helsley.
Well, I mean, that's basically a given. But we'll get into injuries. Like I said, obviously I'm doing this every weekday. I'll probably recap some of the stuff I've talked about the last few days, get Ethan's thoughts on it. We'll also kind of recap how Hundo's been going for him so far. We really haven't done that yet. As a matter of fact, I've got his team pulled up. Just kind of tell me how you're feeling about the team so far.
Feeling pretty good. I'm hurting. I'm not hurting. I'm desiring one more guy that'll get me like a save every now and then. I built this team off a statistical model, right? So I took the averages of everyone last year for every week. I averaged all the stats out, and I said, okay, if I want to beat the average, I need every player to get XYZ number of stats. And so I feel good about the balance of my team. I do like having a high amount of relievers, I'll be honest, because I feel like I have more ability to survive a bad stream. Like yesterday I played Assad, right? That dude imploded. It was ugly. I hate the Cubs. Let's just get it out there. We're Brewers fans in this household. And so I know that I can survive that because I've got a bunch of relievers that are going to keep my ratios relatively in lock. And the starting pitchers that I do have, I mean, Yamamoto's great. Bubba Chandler is a guy that you're really just playing for ratios because you know you're probably not going to get a lot of wins. Pirates haven't looked terrible. They've looked okay. But at the beginning of the season, you're looking at Chandler and you're like, yeah, dude, this is strikeouts. This is good ratios. This is no wins. And so I have guys that are locking in my ratios that I feel okay streaming once or twice a week. I might have fewer starting pitchers than anyone else in the league. I don't know if that's true. I'm just talking to talk.
Not too many. I guess I'm more confused by your statement of wanting Bubba Chandler for ratios when he has 12 walks in 14 innings and has
Hey,
struggled with
man,
walks his
he's-
entire career.
I said at the beginning of the year, I thought he was going to be fine for ratios.
Okay.
He's been all right. Yamamoto's held it down.
I still think it's one of the funniest things about him is that he attributed part of his bad performance in AAA last year to being upset he didn't get called up.
Yeah,
That's pretty rough.
that
but
is
anyway,
crazy.
But continue.
Batters, I feel pretty good. I mean, it's very few people are as hot as Ellie De La Cruz right now.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very few. I mean, outside of
I've got him on one of my Yahoo
outside of
teams.
O'Neal Cruz and like maybe C.J. Abrams has been tearing it up. Outside of those two guys, Ellie De La Cruz might be the guy I want right now in all of baseball. I mean, as the recording this podcast, 13 runs, 5 taters this year, 10 ribbies, 5 swipe bags.
Yeah.
Get that man on a wanted poster. Woo!
Kind of looking at your team, you're a little worried about the lack of stolen bases. You don't.
Oh
have
yeah, we've not stolen bases all year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am a little worried. I don't know what else to say about it. Like, yeah, I am a little
We
worried.
are concerned.
I mean, I think only 6 guys have swiped a bag all year for me. Altuve's got 1.
Well, only Royce Lewis has more than one.
Ellie's
besides
got
Ellie,
besides Ellie, yeah.
and obviously he's
Hey.
exactly where he belongs.
So it's only a 10-day IL visit, all right. Yeah, I am a little concerned. Although to be honest, I think we make up for it in other categories. I think we've got great power potential across the board. All but 2 players have more than 1 homer on the year that have actually played. Kyle Stower is obviously just an IL stash at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So all the guys in the team have pop. All the guys in the team have the potential to change my matchup with 1 swing of the bat, right? To record 3 stats with the swing of the bat is incredible. And so I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, if there's a trade I can see at some point beyond the year to add some speed to the lineup, I would. I also think that Corbin Carroll's going to be stealing more bases as the year goes on. That brother's got 1 swipe bag.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not too worried about it. I think the team is built correctly. I think the players that can steal bases are there. Like, obviously, we talked before the season. Josh Naylor's not stealing 30 bases again, and I had him statted in my projection to steal 18 bags this year.
Mm-hmm.
Great. If he steals 18 bags, I think we're on pace. He stole none so far. He also just hasn't been on base at all. That brother went 0 for his life.
Yeah. Well,
And
we
then
were
yesterday,
yeah.
ding, ding, double dinger day. But that means he can't steal a base because he trotted him.
Yeah.
So he just hasn't had a chance to steal bases
I
yet.
mean, if he doesn't steal bases because he's hitting 2 homers and 6 ribbies a game, I think
That's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying I'm not worried about.
Yeah.
Honestly, Brady House has been a decent fill. Listen.
Yeah. I mean, even Willie Adames should be getting you some saves. Or
Stolen bases. I was like, what do you know about Willie that I don't?
Yeah, he should be getting you some of those at least too, even if it's just like 10, 15.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm not super worried. I mean, I think Jonathan Aranda has started off the year a low-key hot. He's driving in runs for the Rays.
Yeah.
I mean, his ribbies have been great.
Mhm.
Corbin Carroll has been like an extra base hit machine, which we knew, but he's also driving in a lot of runs.
Mhm.
Kerry Carpenter's turned a little power corner here of late. I think he's got 2 homers last week and a half.
Yep, I was watching the one on Sunday that he hit off of
So,
Alcantara.
I
Alcantara.
like where the team's at. I think that we're going to steal more bases. I think that we'll regress to the mean on that.
Mhm.
I guess we'll progress to the mean because it'll go up.
Well, have you looked at you can't see these numbers on your phone, but in your desktop or laptop, you
Mhm.
can see like the standings where it shows your total accumulated stats compared to other teams.
I've not taken a peek.
So I was just looking at it in runs. I can't show it because of Compton's team name on the.
Yeah.
but I have it pulled up here. You are, what would that be? 12, 11, 10. 9th in runs among all teams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5th in home runs. So you're higher in home runs.
Swing that thing, baby.
You are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th in ribbies among all teams. 11th in stolen bases, which we obviously discussed.
Yep. I'm surprised only
Yeah.
11th. Who's worse than me?
Spanish Cubs
Okay.
has 1 less.
Gosh, I hate the Cubs.
You have 12 total. He has 11. Batting average, you're 9th.
Okay. Yeah.
Strikeouts, you're 4th. So that's your highest category so far, and I think it's your highest of any.
We take those.
You are 5th in wins.
Mm-hmm.
You are 9th in saves.
which is crazy.
like good or bad?
That's crazy bad to me.
Yeah, considering you have Edwin Diaz and Andres Munoz.
Yeah, I mean, Munoz has
like-
one save on the year, and he's been great in the innings that he's pitched, but
Yeah, just the Mariners have gotten off to a rough start in
Yeah,
general. So
rough start.
not too many. ERA, you are 4th.
Yep.
And then WHIP, you are 6th.
Okay. Yeah.
Which Bubba Chan probably.
Like I said, I'm trying to be middle of the pack in every stat. I'm trying to do
It's not
just
bad.
I'm trying to do just enough at every stat.
Yeah.
That's the goal, and that's roughly what you're telling me. My pitching has been better than last year. Last year I was kind of all bats. I streamed pitching really well at the end of the year
Mhm.
last year. But the only thing I did really well last year I led the league in runs. And Schwarber just kept me steady in home runs last year. He kept me afloat. But I'm not worried about this team. Like I said, stolen bases are going to go up. I believe in the pitching staff. I believe in the relievers. I think the Mariners are going to figure it out. I think they're coming off a little bit of a high of being a game shy of the World Series. And boy, what a series that was.
Well, and like you said, I mean, Josh Naylor's gotten off to an awful start.
Yeah.
Julio always does in April.
Mhm.
So, yeah. Cal Raleig's off to a slow start.
Yep.
I mean, there's too much talent in that team.
And
to turn it
listen,
around, so.
I'm going to get Joe Musgrove back from the IL, and he's going to turn things around. He's playing catch.
He's playing catch.
He threw 60 pitches in an exhibition against Great Britain on the 4th of March. So, he's thrown recently.
Yeah, that was 6 weeks ago.
That was that's this whole,
Oh, okay.
the Musgrove thing is a joke. I'm actually excited for Kyle Stowers to get back.
Yeah.
I actually think that he could be a second half breakout candidate. And I think he's coming back next week is the goal. He's in AAA with Jacksonville right now. I have not peeped at his stats.
Oh, yeah, he started Friday, so.
Yeah. With the jumbo shrimp, I believe.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember how late in spring training that injury happened, because that'll
Yeah.
obviously determine how long. Because if it was early on, then they basically will just let him have essentially an April spring training and maybe take some extra time. Did you also see that he's been doing fielding drills at first
base.
Yes,
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Which I would love.
Yeah, I talked about that a little bit on Friday's show.
I mean,
you can never go wrong with positional flexibility if it does come about.
And if there's any injury concern, you know where I don't want him?
Mhm.
Ranging all of right field. You know where I do want him?
Yeah,
Hey,
he'll keep that hammy
The,
safe at
the,
first
most, the
base.
most strenuous thing he's going to do. Hey.
Yeah. So, well, unless you're Christian Yelich, just breathing.
Wasn't playing first.
Just breathing might.
Pick
and you've been wanting that for years.
I have been wanting him at first base for years.
Somebody get Pat Murphy here.
Listen, that's not a joke. I think for like literally 3 years I've been telling Clayton,
Mhm.
dude, can we just get him at first? They let Vaughn DH. I don't care.
I mean, to be fair, DH is even better than first in terms.
But I want him on the
not-
field. He's the leader. I think DH,
Uh-huh.
this is maybe a hot baseball take, not a fantasy take.
Mm.
I think DH is one of the hardest positions in baseball because you have no rhythm. Everyone else is getting warm, you're moving, body's hot. This brother sits in the dugout the whole game, and he gets called on 3 times. You're up. You get a few swings in the on-deck circle, and you got to be ready to go? DHing's insane.
Makes you think about a guy like Edgar Martinez.
It
with
does.
A lifetime on base percentage of .418, DHing most of his career.
You know his story?
Edgar Martinez?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
He was a factory worker.
Oh.
They found him at a factory. So he was he played like high school or college ball like Santa Clara, but something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, he was just working at a factory, and they're like, "Hey man, you look like a big dude. You think you can hit balls?" I think he may have gone to an open tryout.
Fantastic numbers. Like,
Dude,
genuinely.
Until he lost his eyesight. I mean, you didn't know that?
I guess there's a lot I don't know
Get up
about
on your Mariners
Edgar
lore.
Martinez.
Get up on your
I don't know.
Mariners lore.
I've got his baseball reference pulled up. Hit 37 homers with 145
Mhm.
ribbies in his age 37 year.
After an 8-hour night shift, Edgar hopped in the car for an 8 a.m. open tryout with the Mariners. He remembers being so tired he couldn't swing the bat.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh.
He's a factory worker.
It sounded like you had more to say.
I mean, they chose him, obviously.
Okay.
I mean, when you're swinging
Yeah.
a bat that hot.
Yeah. I mean, probably the greatest, I guess, David Ortiz.
the biggest
Proud.
double in MLB history.
I mean, definitely for the Mariners. I mean, that's still the greatest moment in Mariners history.
Yeah, I
Unless
agree.
the Mariners had gotten to the World, like you mentioned, we're close to the World Series. I'll still never forget the 16-inning game, I think it was, against the Tigers in the ALDS. I stayed up for about 14 innings.
Were we together that night?
No.
That wasn't the Commander playoff night? Because there was a game. We were playing some Magic one night, and we had one of the games on. Are you sure it wasn't that night?
I guess I honestly don't remember. I mean, I remember watching the game. Now that you mention it, that does sound familiar.
I think it was that night.
But
listen, I love the Mariners.
And I'm not a night owl, so the fact that I stayed up as long as I did was incredible. Yet also, 15 innings. I think I stayed up to like 13 or 14 innings. So, yeah, it was brutal. But
yeah, dude.
New season. We'll see how it goes.
You don't know. You don't know about Edgar Martinez's career-long strabismus.
What's that?
It's essentially lazy eye.
Oh,
but it got bad during certain parts of his career.
Okay, interesting. Well, I guess kind of moving on to, like I said, we're going to get into the closing carousel.
Guide us, McMahon. What are we talking about?
Well, there was only one save last night, Ryan Helsley.
Ryan!
Obviously, he's had honestly really good value. I mean, he was going kind of that mid-round range of closers with like Pete Fairbanks, maybe even like the Ryan Walker territory, and that's a disgusting situation right now. So, I mean, if you got Ryan Helsley, that's looking fantastic right now. I mean, locking on his 5th save. But
even if he doesn't hold on to that job for the entirety of the year,
which he should.
He should.
Yeah. But kind of getting into some of the stuff that's happened the last couple days. Edwin Diaz. Now, this hits close to home for Ethan Dolan, who has Edwin Diaz, dealing with some velocity dips, which I feel like we're seeing with a ton of like more than normal this year. But, yeah, blew his first save of the year Friday. Didn't look good. Velocity is down a little more than a mile per hour. Some of the comments from him and Dodgers manager Dave Roberts have seemed positive.
Yeah.
Not that always means anything, but you can only go off of what they're saying. What are your kind of thoughts, especially as somebody who picked up a potential contingency off the wire as soon as you could?
It worries me for sure. I mean, a drop in velocity is never good, and our minds always instantly run to this is precursor for injury. Granted, it could be a lot of things, right? We're talking about a small sample, but it is definitely concerning. If I'm a Diaz owner, I am maybe not sending trades right now, but I'm taking survey of people that have spare saves, someone that might be able to, and I'm saying, where am I strong? You know, what can I be willing to give up? Like, if let's just say I've got a lot of steals. Maybe I've got Chandler Simpson and Edwin Diaz, right? I'm saying, is there a guy that isn't Simpson that I can trade that gets a lot of steals to like maybe get some saves? I'm not sending that trade right now, but I'm definitely cautious. I mean, here's the thing you got to remember. If we just talk about the real baseball side of things, right? The Dodgers are a team that are 12-4. If they're a team that has the biggest, stupidest payroll in all of baseball, they're paying Shohei Ohtani for the next 80 years. It's going to be, what is that Mets guy? Bonilla?
Bobby Bonilla.
But it's going to be Bobby Bonilla Day till your great grandchildren are dead in LA. They have to win the World Series. They've got to. And so my concern is that if they think something's wrong with Diaz, that they're just going to shelve him for long stretches and say, hey, can we figure out why your velocity's dropping? Yeah. Was it a bad day? Did you eat too big of a breakfast? Or is this something that we need to do now and you need to rest? So that's my concern. If this was another team, I would not be as concerned. But I think the Dodgers are probably more likely to shut down relief pitchers, these critical set pieces in playoff baseball for long periods of time, where other teams would say, hey, play through it. We need you. We need wins.
Well, no, I mean, we saw it last year when they signed Tanner Scott to the huge, I think it was a 4-year, $72 million deal, coming off some fantastic years with the Marlins, and he had gotten traded to the Padres for half a year. And put up a 4.74 ERA, did get 23 saves for him, but it was not. I had him on a team, unfortunately. It was not a good year. Yeah. And, they took him out of the role. It didn't matter how much money they were paying him. Now, I guess the thing I just find interesting, we talked about it before the show started, is who you picked up as your contingency. considering that they have a very stacked bullpen of Tanner Scott, who's looking a lot better this year, and Alex Vesia.
This guy might get dropped today.
It could be.
This was certainly a slight panic pickup. I picked up Kyle Hurt. I saw him get pulled up from the minors, and he is not a splendid pitcher, right? He's in Oklahoma City. He's made 6 appearances out of the bullpen this year, giving up 3 runs, 8 to 5 strikes over walks, over only 4 frames. Don't love 5 walks and 4 frames. That's tough.
Yeah.
But just with the thought process of I don't know what the Dodgers are thinking, I picked him up. We'll see. Like I said, I might drop him today. We'll see what the waiver wire is looking like.
I mean, it was only one instance, but so Diaz blew that save on April 10th, which was Friday. And then Saturday, Alex Vesia came in for a third of an inning and got the save. And obviously, Alex Vesia has been fantastic last couple of years. He already got picked up in Hundo, I think, before you picked up Hurt.
Did he not get drafted in Hundo? I thought he got drafted.
No.
Really?
Nope. Yeah. He's got picked up Sunday by Lord Helmet. And then Tanner Scott's still on the wire. So, I don't know. I mean, like I said, the notes seem to just... Dave Roberts has just straight up said that he expects Diaz to pitch during this current series against the Mets, which started yesterday, which is Monday. We're recording this Tuesday afternoon.
When I picked up Hurt, it was before the what's their pitcher that got hurt?
Not Robleski. Kasparius.
Kasparius. It was before the Kasparius news, and so I thought that was Diaz getting sent down. And so I think there was an hour or two between Hurt getting called up, Diaz or Kasparius getting the injury news. So, like I said, definitely a knee-jerk reaction for me. I'm not suggesting anybody do this at home.
Okay. So,
it's not didactic. It was emotional in nature.
Wow. Spoken like Scott White. That was a Scott White-ism right there.
Yeah.
Just giving some big brain word. Moving on to kind of a similar situation that maybe hasn't gotten quite as much press so far as Edwin Diaz, but is David Bednar. Was also kind of dealing with some down velocity, and he had a pretty rough outing as well on Saturday. Blew a save against the Rays. According to Scott White's article on CBS, like I said, his velocity's down, his whip's at 225, so he's allowing a lot of runners on base. Yankees don't seem super concerned, as well as Bednar. Like I said, I've seen a lot of people just citing cold weather, which I know can play a factor, but it just seems like there's been so many more velocity dips this year than in the past.
Do you pick up Duvall? Do you consider it?
I don't know if I pick him up because Duvall has not really been too phenomenal himself so far.
He's had one save opportunity for what I'm seeing this year, and he blew it against Miami.
Yeah, I mean, he's given up 6 runs in 7 1/3 innings.
Yeah.
So I really don't know if I want to do that. I just don't know if they really
use Fernando Cruz.
Well,
Tim Hill, right? That's your other guy.
Cruz has kind of been allowing a lot of base runners too. So I think I probably just stay the course. If you're in like a 15-teamer, really deep 15-teamer that's looking for saves, maybe pick up Duvall.
Yeah.
I think I would almost rather pick up Scott or Vesia than I would Duvall or Cruz, just because it just seems the team has just made more of an. Even though they're saying good things, they've made it more of an issue than the Yankees have.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I would have known about this had Scott White not done the article. So, but it's just something to keep in your radar, especially since Bednar has definitely struggled in the past. I'm trying to remember if it was 2024 or if it was last year where he got sent down to the minor leagues at the very beginning of the year because he was just abysmal. I think it was last year. It just is easy to forget because as soon as they came back, he was only down there a couple weeks, and as soon as he came back up, he was fantastic.
Yeah.
And they got traded to the Yankees. So, like I said, just something. He actually leads the league in saves right now. Bednar does with 5, or I guess he's tied now with Helsley. So something to keep an eye on. Another one. These are more things that we've kind of talked about on the show the last couple times. But Jacob Junis, who's gotten 3 saves now for the Rangers. We've seen Cole Winn get a save.
And last save was impressive because against the Dodgers, he had a 3-1 lead, I think. He struck out Shohei. It's kind of a big moment in that game.
Yeah. Now, the one save by Winn came when Junis had pitched each of the last 2 nights. So it definitely seems like, well, one, if you still have Robert Garcia or Chris Martin, why drop them? They're not going to be involved anymore. I guess we kind of hinted at this, like I said, prior to the show starting.
You're selling all your Jacob Latz stock?
Yeah. If I had, I didn't even have it to begin with, but yes. No, if you had, so say like Lucas Erceg, who took over for Carlos Estevez with the Royals, and Riley O'Brien, who has seemed to kind of establish himself. He has 4 saves now with the Cardinals. If these 3 on your waiver wires, which they probably still are, even in Yahoo, it's interesting not to get too sidetracked. But
give me the names again.
Jacob Junis with the Rangers.
Yep.
Lucas Erceg with the Royals, and Riley O'Brien with the Cardinals.
I'll be honest, I'm not as familiar with Riley O'Brien.
Okay. So he last year, when the Cardinals traded away Ryan Helsley, him and Jojo Romero kind of sort of split. Riley O'Brien got most of the saves.
Yep, I've got the stats right here. Through 8, he's got a .48 WHIP, 8 strikeouts, no walks, 8.1 scoreless frames. I guess just looking at the numbers, I mean, Jojo Romero has seemed nice. It looks like his last time out, got one on base, but then hit a batter, gave a hit, but worked around that for a scoreless 8th, struck out 1.
Well, yeah, both him and O'Brien have not given up a run to start the year. O'Brien's looked a lot better.
I think out of those ones, probably Junis is the guy that separated him most from the field, right? Like, there may for whatever reason be a reluctance for the manager to put his name in at closer. But I mean, I don't know. I don't see why that guy does not have the biggest amount of separation. I mean, I think Cole Winn is not going to eat into that. Like you said, the only time he's really got his opportunities is back-to-back days. Erceg's obviously very talented, and that's the interesting thing about closers to me.
Yeah,
is all these guys, like a lot of these type things, they're all exceptionally talented players. It's just, hey, who's hot right now? Erceg's look good. I mean, I think it's Erceg and Junis, and then a Canyon. And then
you have O'Brien that low.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. You're not just saying that because I got him in Honda.
It's got nothing to do with
it.
Well, I mean,
I know some people speculated on Matt Strahm because pretty much nobody believed in Carlos Estevez coming in the season.
Yeah.
And I guess it turned out to be true. So some people were speculating on Matt Strahm.
4 holds this year, I think.
Yeah, he's also got a 4.76 ERA. It hasn't looked the best.
And to be honest, Nick Mears is never going to take that job. So the other thing is, like, there's only one guy that's like really in the running to take it from him.
Yeah. And
I'm not worried about Nick Mears as a closer. Great pitcher.
I guess for O'Brien, so starting off the season, so he dealt with a calf injury early in spring training and kind of got started a little later. I think that's kind of why some of the speculation on other guys started. Because I actually drafted in Hundo, I drafted Matt Svanson, who was getting some ring, and he's now given up 15 earned runs in 8 2/3 innings. So he obviously is not in the speculation any longer. Ryan Stanek got the first save for the Cardinals this year, but then hasn't really been used in a high leverage role too much since. He's gotten a few holds, but it hasn't looked great. I mean, he has a 5.4 ERA across 6 2/3. So I think they're all solid. I would probably go Erceg, O'Brien, Junis.
Yeah.
Just because, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I have Junis in my head as the starter with the Royals, who just was never really much. His name was nowhere to be heard going into this season. Not that Robert Garcia or Chris Martin were super inspiring. But they all clearly have a good hold on the role right now. And so I think if you're able to get them all. Of those names in Yahoo, Junis is the only one that's less than 50% owned.
Question for you. Can we backtrack to Bednar?
Bednar, yeah, let's hear it.
If you were done on Junis.
Yeah, I think I pretty much,
So, any thought that when Garrett Cole and Rodon can return to the rotation that Luis Hill or Will Warren or Ryan Weathers battle for that closer role? I mean, Bednar is obviously the best closer on the roster, but you talk about Camilo Doval and Fernando Cruz being there's no better word than uninspiring. They're exceptionally options, you know? It's like, you know, when you had hot lunch at school, and it was like you always wanted to be pizza day.
Yeah.
You always wanted to be chicken patty day. But this is like, you know, whatever. It was grilled cheese day. It's fine.
I guess to me, I don't think Luis Heel really inspires any confidence.
Will Warren, Ryan Weathers.
Ryan Weathers has been really good.
Yeah.
I mean, he threw eight innings against the Marlins last week.
Do you see the closer end, the bullpen changing at all when Garrett Cole and Rodon can return? Because you don't have space for Cole, Rodon, Heel, Warren, Weathers, everyone else. Like there's just not space in the rotation for that. And at some point, if you're the Yanks, I think you're saying, well, I'd rather just have one of these guys out of the pen.
Yeah.
Let them throw gas.
Maybe Will Warren. That's a good question.
Do you speculatively pick any of those guys up?
Well, I can already promise you that Weathers and Warren are probably rostered. I guess. Well, this is ESPN, so that was the one thing I was going to say, Ethan, is I've noticed kind of for this show that the disparity in ownership between ESPN and Yahoo is insane.
Really?
ESPN must just be like the most casual, like baby format.
Dude, it is the worst app for doing fantasy on, so that makes sense.
I didn't say anything about its user interface.
It's a
I said about
app.
the type of leagues that are on ESPN.
Yeah, terrible app. That's
Because
right.
I've noticed that. Oh, can you hear the mower going?
I do hear the mower going.
Because I've noticed that there's anywhere from like a 20 to 30% difference in ownership percentage. So, for example, like Will Warren.
Yeah.
In ESPN, he is owned in 26.5% of leagues.
Mm-hmm.
On Yahoo, and CBS is pretty close to Yahoo as well. Will Warren is owned in 53% of leagues.
Yeah.
So, and it's pretty like that's a 25%. It's always been somewhere around there. Why, I don't know. But all I have to say is Will Warren's owned in the majority of leagues. Ryan Weathers, he actually may not be quite as owned as Will Warren. Let's see.
That
38%. He's 38% owned in Yahoo. Then Heel, like I said, I just don't really know if I want to roster Luis Heel at all.
He's owned in our league.
He is. He's 11% rostered
Yeah.
in Yahoo, so he was probably just streamed for the start coming up and didn't look good at all.
Yeah.
So
I saw that on Twitter. I think Closer Monkey also wrote about that in their leverage ledger for yesterday.
I guess to answer the question, I would much rather speculate on Duvall or Cruz than I would if any of those three starters for some reason were using bulk relief. But that's kind of.
Can I give you the quick hits? Because yesterday's slate was unremarkable for relievers. The quick hits, which is the last section of the leverage ledger, always for Closer
leverage
Monkey.
ledger.
This is just names that appeared. And give me a 1 to 10. Are you interested at all? I think you're going to be a 1 on all of these.
Okay.
Appearing during a loss for the Houston Astros, JP France allows 2 hits during 2 scoreless frames.
You're saying interest as a closer?
Yeah.
Well, none.
Great.
Minnesota
Twins.
He actually just got called up because of the Tatsuya Yamai and Jeremy Pena injuries. Yeah, I think they're going to use him exactly like they did.
Yeah.
It sounded like, when did he enter? I assume he was just used as bulk relief.
I think it was 7-8.
Yeah.
I was not locked into that game.
Well, plus Hader's coming back.
I had a 6-page paper last night. I was not exceptionally locked in. Minnesota Twins closing out a 7-run win over the Red Sox. Garrett Acton gave up 2 walks and recorded 3 strikeouts across 2 scoreless frames.
The Minnesota Twins. I've spent a lot of time talking about that team on this show. I think other than the Athletics, actually no, I would say they're more frustrating.
I think they're the most
Athletics.
frustrating team because they'll have guys pitch for 2 outs and then yoink them right when they're in line for the save.
Well, they have so unless something has changed in the last day or two, which I don't think it has. Nobody has more than, let's pull this up, 1 save, and I think like 6 different guys all have saves.
I'll tell you who doesn't have a save yet.
Taylor Rogers.
Taylor Rogers.
Yeah, Cole Sands, Justin Topa, Cody Funderburk, Eric Orzi.
Great
and then,
name, by the way.
Which one?
Funderburk.
Yeah, let's go. And then Cody Laurierson, who's on the IL right now, are the 5 guys with saves. And then let me give you their numbers. Cole Sands has a 5.06 ERA. Topa has a 4.7 ERA.
Yeah.
Funderburk has a 2.7 ERA, but a whip almost 2, so he has more walks than innings pitched. Eric Orzi has a 4.05 ERA, high whip as well. And like I said, Laurierson's on the IL. So
Every report for them ends with the same sentence. Derek Shelton has said he's still figuring out how his bullpen bulls will be determined by the performance early in the season.
Yeah.
Every time. Derek Shelton.
And it's frustrating
Make up
because
your
the
mind.
Twins' offense has been really good, so they're gonna get save opportunities if they keep this up.
Well, and just imagine how good the offense is going to be when Royce Lewis is back healthy for the rest of the year.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Plays another 2 weeks and then gets hurt. You have other. Let's hear more on the leverage ledger. Leverage ledger.
Last two names on the leverage ledger. This first one is not going to matter at all. Pressed into action at the top of the eighth. Matt Brash stranded both inherited runners, including an inning-ending lineup by, I think he meant line out, by Isaac Paredes, recording second hold. Cole Wilcox worked a scoreless ninth inning while issuing a walk, closing out a 4-run lead for the Mariners.
Well, for saves, none. For
For
holds,
Yeah, for holds.
because I do play in a league that's net saves plus holds.
What a
so,
monster.
I mean, he's looked good so far. My guess is you could probably get higher end options. Like I'd rather have, say, Jojo Romero. I'd much rather have if I'm looking for holds. It's just one name in particular. So yeah, I mean he's pitched fine this year, but
The Athletics entering with 2 runners on and 2 outs at the top of the eighth. Luis Medina stranded both and worked 1.1 scoreless frames, walking and striking out 1. Jack Perkins gives up 5 hits, 4 earned runs, and a walk, while striking out 4 across his 1.2 innings.
yeah.
Jack Perkins, might be time to go back down to AAA, big dog.
Yeah, and I think there was even, I can't remember if it was one of my Yahoo leagues. The one Yahoo league that saves only, people will do diabolical things to get closer. Like even if it's just speculating, they will do diabolical things. And I think he was picked up in one of them. And
Hey, brother,
so
time to go back to the Aviators.
yeah,
Get your goggles on.
it's I looked up Blake Perkins, wrong Perkins.
Hey, that guy.
Yeah,
I think he's hit a
did, I
homer in
messed
every
up.
game he's appeared in so far.
History. Well, either way.
Not Blake Perkins. Sorry, I thought you were talking about. Never mind. I thought you were talking Jake Bowers. Got my Brewers mixed up.
He's been solid.
Solid. It's been great.
Yeah, when it comes to the A's, during draft season, I was speculating the most on Hogan Harris, and he just has not been used in that role. And when he has, he hasn't given up too many runs, but the command is just terrible. I think he has as many walks as he does innings pitched.
You just can't have.
No.
You can't have that in that role.
No. Sterner, I think Sterner's looked solid, but he still doesn't have a save, and the whip is kind of high as well. Mark Leiter, I actually speculated on him and was able to get him in the Yahoo League with saves, and then he ended up just absolutely imploding the next 2 times. He blew, so he got the save March 31st, and then his next 2 outings blew the save both times, so dropped him there. Who was the last guy? It was Sterner, Harris, Leiter. I think there was one more guy that some people were maybe talking about, but I definitely don't care. Like I said, I think the A's and the Twins are the two roughest ones right now.
Yeah.
Obviously keep an eye on those guys. If you forced me to speculate on one guy with the Twins, I would probably say Cole Sands. Don't really feel good about it. He was kind of the guy I was on during the preseason. And then for the A's, I really don't know. I'd say maybe Sterner, just because I think he's been used later in games than Harris has. But I don't think either of them are worth rostering, to be honest. I would take Sands over both of them. I would obviously take Riley O'Brien or Seg, Jacob Junis, Gregory Soto if he's still floating around. I'm trying to think of who else. I guess of Seawald. I would even speculate if you're actually, this will be another team we can talk about here. Let me make sure. Well, I'm pretty sure he's rostered, but I'm gonna pick him up before I start talking about it. Okay, no, he's already rostered. The Rays situation. The Rays situation.
That's crazy.
Where Griffin Jacks has just been absolutely awful this year.
Oh yeah.
We've seen Brian Baker get a couple. So interesting enough, in the Scott White CBS article, he talks about how Brian Baker has worked the 9th inning in 5 of his 6 appearances, has not really looked the best in them. I've been saying for the last week, Ethan, that if Edwin Uceda is still on the waiver wire for whatever reason. Maybe it's because he was hurt to start the year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm speculating on Edwin Uceda before I worry about Brian Baker, Griffin Jacks. To me, that's the guy.
No thought on Cole Sulser?
No. Sick and tired of all these relievers just wasting my time.
Cole Sulser?
Not even really worried about Kevin Kelly. Kevin Kelly does have 2 saves, but they were kind of weird deals. Not really too concerned about him. I would, like I said, rather have Uceda. So I don't know if you have any thoughts on that.
I don't know. what a terrible team,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
I like Ian Seymour. Not as a fantasy player. I just love the release. A little underhanded. He's got a little submarine in the ocean going on.
I don't know if I've seen that.
You haven't seen Ian Seymour? Let me pull up. You even watched Ian Seymour highlights?
Well, here, I can pull it up here. I'll even get it on the confidence monitor for you.
I've got it. Facebook, it's me. I'm not hacking. Calm down. Oh my gosh. That's not the one. He's got some different arm slots though.
Huh. Well, I can't say I'm interested in him, but good for him for being a little unique.
Maybe not quite submarine. It's more off to the side.
You mentioned before the show Jordan Romano finally
I did.
Appearing mortal and just absolutely imploded.
Yeah, it was terrible.
In his last outing.
No command.
Yeah, no, it was rough. I mean, he's looked really good so far, but I think this will only fuel the Kirby Yates speculation as he inches closer to, and he's pretty close. He's been on a rehab assignment for a little bit, so
stop smiling over there. Kirby Yates stockholder.
I got him in Yahoo. I got him
crazy.
in Splendid Splinter, so I'm feeling good about that because I need somebody to pair with Fairbanks and Helsley. So if I can get 3 closers in Splendid Splinter, which is, I don't think I've mentioned that for the audience. That's just the name of one of my Yahoo leagues. That'll be very good.
We've talked pitchers for we've been on 45 minutes already.
42. Wow. This guy knows his stuff.
We want to talk batters at all? Last 15 minutes here?
Well, I mean, I feel like this is maybe a little late to the party, but just since we don't have you on much, I'd just be interested to hear your thoughts on Jordan Walker's just insane start to the year. And I assume you're probably looking to sell high. I feel like most people should, if they can get the right price.
Yeah.
What are you giving up for him? Or what
am I looking to get in return?
Yeah, if you're trying to upgrade Jordan Walker, if you think it's gonna what are you willing to trade him away for?
It's a great question. I wish I had prepped for it.
Well, here I can pull up some CBS's. Obviously, I don't have time to look at my own rankings, so I've just been using CBS's rankings for stuff. We'll just compare outfield to outfield. If you could trade, would you rather have Jordan Walker or Seiya Suzuki?
Rest of season, I'd want Seiya Suzuki.
I think I would too.
And I would do that trade straight up.
Okay.
Listen, if you have a guy who's newer to fantasy, maybe he's a little bit like me. Maybe he's just an intense fan of one team and doesn't really watch everybody. I might try to pair Jordan Walker with somebody else and go after the Julio Rodriguez owner, who is infamous for slow starts.
Yeah.
Infamous. And once again, if you've been playing fantasy a while, you're not going to make that trade.
No. And he's kind of heated up anyway. He has multi-hit games each of his last 3 outings, so window might have closed there.
I mean, I think there are... I think Josh Naylor is a guy you could probably put together a package for. The Josh Naylor owner is frustrated. The 2 home runs help, obviously. I think there's pitchers you could probably go for. It was Kyle Bradish. Not the
best start.
Not had the greatest start.
Yeah, not the best start.
I think the guy that I would really love to go for, if I'm the Jordan Walker owner, dude, I'm seeing if I can get Bo Bichette. Because not only has he been absolute... After you finish making hot dogs on the first night of camping trip, that dog water that's left over, it stinks. The ground that you dump it on stinks for a few days. But the Mets have just been a bubbling pit of hot garbage.
They're missing Soto.
And
they're missing Soto.
Let me tell you, it's not going to stay that way. They're going to turn it around at some point in the season, and I would be shocked if Bo Bichette was not a big part of the reason why. So I'm going in on Bo Bichette. I think he's striking out a ton right now. A ton.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't think that's going to maintain.
And he did finally get third base eligibility in ESPN at least. I forget how many games it takes in like CBS, Yahoo.
So yeah,
I think you just have to look at third base or look at a position to get eligibility there. Okay, here's an interesting one. It's kind of going back to pitchers, but I think this is kind of how we can end the show, talking about the White Sox calling up Noah Schultz, who will be making his major league debut today.
big boy.
We're recording this Tuesday afternoon. I don't know when the game starts. But
Can I get a projected stat line? See who's closer. I want innings pitched, strikeouts, walks, earned runs. I don't care about hits.
Well, kind of looking at his minor league numbers, the one thing that really impresses me about him is, as you mentioned, this dude is a massive human
6'9".
being. Yes, he is. No, MLB.com, like the prospects list, has him listed as 6'10".
Okay.
6'10", 240.
That's a big boy.
Yeah. And the one thing that impresses me the most, here, I'm going to try to.
Corn-fed kid from Illinois. What high school he go to?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oswego East, baby.
Here, I'm going to get this pulled up for you so you can see it on your conference monitor here. Pull up his stats. But the one thing, so we've seen it in the past, like even for as much as
Jacob, a lot of Brewers there.
Jacob Mizorowski has had success, and also like in the past, AJ Puck when he was coming up in the athletic system, is these tall pitchers struggle big time with command.
Yeah,
we even saw it with Randy Johnson for a long time early in his career. Noah Schultz for a tall fastball.
His best pitch is a slider.
Well, I'm just talking about his command. Like he doesn't.
But
walk
that's
guys.
what I'm saying. If you struggle with command, your best pitch probably is not your slider. It's probably your fastball.
Yeah.
I mean, right? When you talk about Mizorowski, you talk about, man, this kid throws 104.
Yeah.
You talk about Noah Schultz, it's like, this guy's slider's nasty.
Yeah. So last year, his prospect status dimmed a tiny bit just because he dealt with injuries. Only started 17 games, and yeah, it wasn't the best season. His 2024 across 2 different leagues had 88 innings, 115 strikeouts, and a .98 WHIP. Only 24 walks in 88 innings. To put that in perspective, if we go to the Miz's numbers, at least in his minor league career, where he put up fantastic numbers. His 2024, where he had a 3.33 ERA, 127 strikeouts, 97 innings. Like I said, very good numbers. Had 60 walks in 97 innings.
Yeah,
that always scares me.
As it should.
Yeah. So seeing a guy like Noah Schultz who can command.
Hey, you're talking about an all-star though.
Yeah, no, he's worked around it. I'm just saying the walks do scare me. But seeing a guy like Noah Schultz who is as tall and just commanding on the plate as he or pitcher's mound as he is, and not walking guys, I'm very high on him.
Yeah.
I mean, at one point we were seeing it, like I said, prior to 2025 where he was hurt. I mean, we were seeing him listed sometimes as the #1 left-handed prospect in baseball. I mean, this was a very legit guy. And then watching his stuff, here, I'm going to put this on your confidence monitor. I want you to tell me who you think this guy looks like when he pitches. And I want you to think, the hint is think White Sox.
You know I'm a Brewers guy. We don't play the White Sox often.
Well,
I'm thinking.
Okay. But look at these pitches. 6'10" on the mound. That's just insane. Oh, got him.
That's tough. On the ABS is tough.
We can't show this, unfortunately, for copyright reasons, but Ethan's watching some highlights of Noah Schultz at AAA Charlotte right now.
Are you talking about little Marky Mark?
Who?
How old in White Sox history are we talking?
Like 10 years. The guy's still pitching right now.
Okay, we're not talking about the same. You talking Crochet?
No. Although he was definitely a powerful lefty too. His delivery, especially the way he kind of throws sidearm, reminds me exactly of Chris Sale. And Chris Sale's like 6'6", 6'7" himself.
Okay, yeah.
It's not 100% the same, but that sidearm delivery, I think they found themselves an ex Chris Sale.
I thought you were talking about Mark Bueller.
Mark Burley.
Burley, yeah. Sorry, dude.
Hated Mark Burley as a kid.
Mark Burley, my bad.
As a young Tigers fan.
That's a tough mispronunciation.
There's Walker Bueller.
Yeah. But, I mean, you talked about famous White Sox lefty. I was thinking Mark, dude. And I was like, I don't think they look all that similar.
Mark Burley was good back in the day.
Good. He's great.
He was very good.
He's great.
Like I said, he was on a lot of White Sox teams that I hated.
Gosh, Burley, what a mispronunciation. That's gonna haunt me for the rest of the day.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
Dude, I'm gonna look up some Burley highlights.
But I guess to answer your question, I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of bad at guessing specific numbers like that. But I think you're obviously going to see good K numbers. The wins are obviously going to be very low. This is the White Sox, so we're
No, I'm
talking
saying
about.
just this first game.
Oh,
Give me his stat line for today.
who are they playing? Look it up here. They're playing the
Tampa
Rays.
Bay, at
Rays,
home.
Yeah, Rays are struggling.
In Chicago.
Rays are struggling. I'm gonna say 5 1/3.
Okay.
Eight strikeouts, 3 earned runs. I'm gonna say 1 walk. I'm gonna guess that he's
3
gonna
runs.
lean a little too much into the strike zone. They're gonna batter him around a tiny bit, but his stuff's gonna be so overpowering that he's gonna get some Ks.
I'm going 6.1. 6 1/3.
6 1/3.
6 1/3. He's going the
You giving
distance.
this guy the quality start?
I think he's got 2 earned runs, 7 Ks. I think he starts off crazy hot,
Mm-hmm.
and I think like it's one of the situations where the manager can't pull him out. Crowd's jazzed.
No.
He comes out for that 6th inning, and Jonathan Aranda tees off on him.
Oh, wow! Interesting. You picked that name specifically.
Yeah. And then maybe he gets 1 more K, and then we wrap the day up.
Okay.
But I'm going 6 1/3. What did I say? 6 Ks.
I think so.
6 Ks, 2 earned runs. I didn't give you walks. I'm going 4. 4 walks.
Wow, that's disrespectful of the profile.
But in 6 innings, that's not bad.
That's terrible.
not terrible.
That is terrible.
For a debut game?
How many hits allowed?
I don't know. I wasn't asking for hits.
No, 4 walks in 6 innings is not good. Unless you're throwing a no-hitter.
For a debut.
He ain't Blake Snell. I guess it's kind of my last thing. We're pretty much out of time. From a fantasy manager perspective, he's already 45% rostered in Yahoo.
Pick him up.
And so...
Only like 22% in ESPN?
Yeah, if I had to guess.
Casuals.
If I had to guess, let's see. 21.9%. Did you look it up?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. No, it's literally, yeah, you either just double the ESPN number or cut the Yahoo number in half, and that's going to be about right. But no, I would say, in my opinion, if you have like Mike Burrows, who kind of had some hype going into the season, has been absolutely terrible. I actually just dropped him this morning just for somebody else. But if you have Mike Burrows and are looking to pick up Noah Schultz, I would absolutely do that in a heartbeat.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of another starting pitcher who's been pretty. Honestly, you probably can't drop Bubba Chandler, but I kind of want to.
Whoa!
He's not looked good.
Disrespectful.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of some other, like one more starting pitcher who has just not been good.
Not Michael Waka. Because Waka Flocka's been dealing.
I've actually seen that in one of my leagues, Tanner Bybee got dropped, who was given up. He's got a 6.38 ERA. Has not went more than 5 innings in any of his starts. He has not looked good. He's not looked good. Do you drop Tanner Bybee for Noah Schultz? That's the question I'm leaving Ethan Dallin on before we end the show. Yeah. I don't know if I don't know if he got dropped for Schultz, but somebody did drop him in one of my leagues.
Yes.
Yes. The way I play fantasy, I don't know if I'd have the stomach to do it. I don't hate the move.
Yes.
I don't hate the move. So I'll be very excited. We have a coworker of ours, Jeff Wee, who's a huge White Sox fan. So
Hey, is he out there?
Maybe. I don't know if we have time, dude.
Is Jeff over there? He's not in here.
He's not. Oh, he's probably not. Well, yeah, it's 1 o'clock. He's definitely. But yeah, he usually listens to the game the morning after on radio, so I'll try not to spoil it for him. Hopefully, as long as it ain't against the Tigers, I'll root for Noah Schultz this year.
I've got a great pickup I'm going to share next week.
Okay.
That's all.
Next week, we'll say
Yeah.
it now.
No.
You know how quickly baseball changes,
Dude, I think it's going to be relevant next week. I'm calling my shot right now.
That's crazy.
Pick up the Sanchez today, though.
No, Gary saying yeah.
Pick up Gary Sanchez. You're such a hater.
I just
His advanced metrics are great.
there's just so. Do the advanced metrics give me points?
You don't want a guy who's batting 273 with 4 homers, 8 ribbies.
I mean, he still isn't starting regularly.
But I'm saying with Yelich out, I think he will. For the next month, I think Sanchez is probably an everyday player.
Maybe. I guess we'll see.
It could be Jake Bauers' time, but I don't know.
Well, I guess we'll figure out. We'll see how it
Rake
looks a week from now
Bauers.
when we're back in this room on an early Tuesday afternoon. Until then, thank you guys for joining another episode of The Warning Track. It's great to have Ethan on. Like he said, more often
Tuesdays.
than not, we'll have him on every Tuesday, do an hour-long episode.
So they see it Wednesday? Or do they see it Tuesday?
It airs the day of.
I didn't know
This is
that.
airing Tuesday.
Wow.
Or I guess tonight. We are recording this
Tuesday
Tuesday.
evening,
So,
okay.
yeah. As long as they're not doing more like Artemis stuff. I know Wayne 15 Plus has kind of had some weird scheduling shifts with
shout out Artemis.
Yeah. So, until then, this is Ethan Dallin. I'm your host, Clayton McMahon, and we will see you guys next time.
This is Ethan Nolan.
Watch out, it's the warning track.